Hello beautiful souls, it's Karen at Soul Magic 99, and today I thought we'd do a check-in with the masculine. Where is the masculine at now after the solar eclipse on Sunday? So look at some of the energies that he's going through, what he's thinking, what actions he may take. So I just wanted to clarify some of the masculine energies. So we have a few masculines: Aquarius, a Virgo, a Sagittarius, or Scorpio. So we have all the elements here: air, earth, fire and water. That just happened that way, so that was weird. Okay, so they may not be a sun sign, but they may have that in their chart. Okay, so let's get the messages. So where's your masculine? I've pre-shuffled these. Okay, so we have shadow work. So he's still doing that work within at this time, okay, and the eclipse may have raised up other issues that he needs to deal with at this time. Mute, he may be quiet, silent, there may be no communication from him, okay, you may not be hearing anything at this time. So just leave him be at this time to do the work on himself. Mirroring, you could well be mirroring each other as well. You may be doing shadow work, you may be quiet. You may need that time to go within as well, okay? Mask. So he was wearing a mask when he was around you, I feel. You know, he wasn't honest about how he was feeling. He had to keep that hidden because he just couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle his emotions or your possible reaction to it. So he just put on a mask. And purge. And yeah, it's time to let go. Let go of old ways of thinking, let go of the past, you know, let go of those things that happened, that went wrong. Just release and let go, just purge it at this time for you and the masculine. And once you do this, healing will come in, okay? So you may need to do some work on your chakra centers. We've got the 7 chakra centers here. So maybe go and see a healer or do some meditations. There are plenty online, and I have some on my channel as well about healing and working with your chakra centers, which will help rebalance you, okay? And we have return. So I think once all this work has been worked on, you know, the shadow side, you know, the silence, the going within, there's going to be a want to return to each other. And he's recognising what this connection is, okay? So he's recognising that now. The silence is painful. Lack of communication, no explanation. I mean, more so the feminines may feel it more, I feel. But the masculines may feel this silence is painful as well. It's just that they cannot, you know, haven't got the energy, or they just don't know what to say. So they're not communicating, they're staying silent, as we saw before. And there's been broken hearts over this. I mean, the feminine, you know, was quite distressed because she had feelings, but she knew the masculine wasn't ready, and he didn't open up about his feelings, okay? I mean, there's a lot of healing work needed, inner child work, loving and nurturing and comforting themselves. You know, the masculines need to do this work. They may have had troubled childhoods, bad connections with their parents, and they need to love and comfort and nurture their inner child. And also the feminines out there who need that. You know, heal your inner child, work with your inner child, and not just about healing and comfort and loving, but find that joyful, playful energy inside yourself again. And you're both feeling this, I feel, this connection, this love. You've never felt anything like it. Even though you're at a distance, the love seems to grow. Just want the other person to be happy. You know, you're not having attachment issues or codependency issues. Or if you are, this is something that needs to be worked on at this time. He is missing the feminine, and he does want to meet up. And, you know, he's worried that the feminine will think it's just for sex, because was maybe the pattern you got into. And the feminine wants more than just sex. She just doesn't want sex, although she feels a strong, passionate connection and that fiery energy, that chemistry, that she does want that, but she wants more than just sex. The feminine felt that the masculine's heart wasn't open to love. He was still holding on to past hurts, and this is something he's working through. And you may have agreed to just be friends at this time. But, you know, the feminine wanted more than that, really. But she was given masculine space. Yeah, no contact again. You know, the feminine's wondering what's going on. But just leave him to it this time, okay? Just leave him to work on himself, and you work on yourself. Yeah, the same old. I mean, even if you agreed to be friends, maybe there was still silence and no contact. So, you know, it didn't really move forward at all, even as a friendship. So you're connecting on the 5D. He wants to know, are you feeling him when he's pleasuring himself? He thinks of you and the times you were together. And when he comes, he calls out your name. Can you feel this connection with him? He's seeing signs everywhere. He might see messages in songs, car number plates on the internet, and even in nature, signs in nature. And he cannot forget you. I mean, the universe won't let him forget you. So what else is he working on? We've got a different view of things. So he's, you know, when he's doing this work, he's going to have a different view on things. He's going to see things from a higher perspective. Other people could be affecting this connection. He may have other commitments, other responsibilities, family situations, children, partners or ex-partners, friends, work. You know, there could be many things that are affecting this connection, and he's allowing that to happen as well. But, you know, the connection you had was sweet, sweet love. You know, he enjoyed that so much. And he's missing those tender kisses you shared. But he is going through an ascension process at the moment. So he is working on himself, partly because the universe is not letting him have any peace until he does do this work on himself, because it's needed, you know, not just for the sake of union, but for his own sake, you know, for his own sake, to work on these issues and let go of the past. He's missing your central loving touch, and he fantasises about that a lot, okay? He really is fantasising about that, and obviously thinking about you in 3D. Yeah, he had a tower moment. You know, the universe bring these in, you know, because he wasn't making the changes in his life. He was just staying stuck. He was just doing the same old thing, and he was refusing to move forward. So the universe will bring in these tower moments to force people to make changes in their life. And he's awakened to spirit this time, so that's amazing. So what energies at the time? Angel of strength. So he sees you as an angel of strength. He feels you're like an angel, but he sees you have amazing inner strength, and he really admires that about you. You know, he's at a place of indecision. You know, he doesn't know which way to go at this time, to be honest. But he just needs to do that work on himself, you know, to do the shadow work, to purge anything, you know, to go within, to heal himself. And then once he's done these things, he will know clearer what he wants to do. But he knows this is a caring connection between the two of you. He does care about you very much. He may not have told you this, but he has love for you. And he's working on his finances at the moment. It's very important to him, his financial stability. You know, he could be a person who's very materialistic, and he only feels confident or self-assured as a man if he has that financial resource, that financial stability. And he's working hard on that at the moment because it makes him feel better about himself. We have envy here. So I just pick up that this could be envy of you. Maybe you, slight envy of the feminine. You may be a free spirit type of person, and he wants to be like that, and he feels deep down envious in some way that he would like to be like this, but he's the only person keeping himself stuck from being like that. And envy is one of these dark negative emotions that he needs to work through and get rid of that. Or it could be envy of other people and what they have. He could be a very materialistic person. He could be envious of what other people have in their lives, from a material point of view. And this is something he needs to work on and, get rid of that feeling. And we have deceit. I feel this deceit is, he's deceived himself, basically. He's deceived himself of how deep his feelings go for the feminine. He's deceived himself about this connection. He's deceived himself about how much it really does mean to him, this person, and having this person in his life. So again, negative feelings and emotions that he needs to work through and get rid of those. So here we have rest and rejuvenation. So he's going within, this person's meditating, and you need to connect with your higher self. You need to connect with your intuition, open your third eye, your crown chakra, and connect to the universe to get the answer. So hopefully he's doing this at this time. Yeah, so he does have love for you. His heart is yours. His heart belongs to you. Okay, his heart belongs to you. He just hasn't told you. And he's thinking of a strategy of how to come forward in the future and to share these feelings with you, okay? But he's feeling anxious about this, very anxious about it, because he doesn't know for sure how you will react or how you will greet him. So again, negative emotions that he needs to work through and resolve before he can move forward, okay? Yeah, so we've got that again, focuses on work. He's focusing on work. He doesn't want to keep feeling these feelings, and by distracting himself with work, he can get you out of his head for a brief moment. Yeah, the tower moment again, confirmation. He's had some sort of tower moment. The divine will step in and intervene if people are not making the changes needed in their lives. Okay, so he's having to work with that. He's got a lot going on in his head. He's too much in his head. He's not in his feelings. This is the trouble. Okay, and he needs to get more into his feelings because his head is just, absolutely full to bursting of things, and he needs to get more in his feelings. When you met the feminine, you literally took his breath away. He really was bowled over. He may not have showed that, but he thought you absolutely stunning and beautiful. You took his breath away. Yeah, we got the denial here. So, he's denying his feelings. This is what the trouble. He's got his head in the sand. He's not acknowledging this in his heart. So, he could be drinking, doing drugs to numb his feelings and thoughts, as well as doing too much work, being a workaholic. All these things are distractions. And he's withdrawn, as we know. He's in his man cave. There's no communication. But we need to leave him there, leave him there. Let him work on himself. Let him figure it out for himself. Because that's what he needs to do at this time. He may have anger and pent up feelings inside. This could be to do with other situations in his life. And again, he needs to release this anger in a healthy way. Okay? And some people find that very hard to release that anger, but this is another thing he needs to work on. There's a lot of negative emotions here. He thinks back to that first date, and he just didn't know where it would take him. He just thought it was like just another fling, really. And he's thinking back to that, how unaware he was of this connection. And yeah, we've got Dark Night of the Soul, Karma is a bitch. So yeah, He's got a lot of dark issues to go through, a lot of negative emotions. He needs to work through these. It's no good somebody coming to you with these negative emotions, okay? That's not going to be good. And while he's doing this, you feminine should be working on yourselves as well to release any negative thoughts and feelings and emotions. You know, do the work on yourself. So what's coming up? Yeah, so build up your self-esteem and self-love. So you both need to do this at this time. So this is about loving yourselves completely. And then once you do that, you're in a better vibration and more able to attract each other back into your lives. Yeah, you definitely weren't on the same page. You know, at some point you were not seeing eye to eye on this connection. But your masculine wants that closeness and intimacy with you again. He's really missing that, okay? And I'm sure you are too. So yeah, you're both going within. You need to do some soul searching at this time. You know, what is it you truly want and desire? And yeah, manifest love in your life. So to manifest love in your life, you must first work on yourselves to give yourself that self-love, that unconditional self-love, okay? And this connection is a once in a lifetime. Neither of you have ever felt a connection like this before. You know, despite the difficult times, this connection is very strong and you've never known it with anyone else. And your masculine wants to know how to please you in the bedroom. This is something he thinks about, you know, because that sexual connection was so amazing between you and he really wants to be able to please you in the future. And I'm sure it's mutual. He hopes you're not judging him on looks. And again, this could be because he has low self-esteem issues. You know, he may wonder what you see in him because he sees you. Maybe he's put you on a bit of a pedestal. Sees you a bit of a goddess. You know, this beautiful woman. What would you want to see in him? And, you know, he's worried that, you know, he's not enough. And this is because he needs to build up his self-esteem and self-love for himself at this time. And he wants to have those times with you, you know, those lazy Sundays where you're in a relationship and you're just spending the day in bed pleasuring each other. This is something he fantasises about, and maybe the feminine does as well. And he'd like you to meet his close friends and family in the future as well. Okay, but there's a lot of work to be done meantime, okay? So let's have a look what else is going on with him. There's a lot of work needed. He's burning up with desire to make love to you. So that came through quite a lot, didn't it? I've never been so attracted to anyone in the entire universe. You just get me and fucking turn me on. So yeah, he's maybe put you on a bit of a pedestal this time. Does it get you horny now? And I stroke myself to your photographs and call your name as I orgasm. We already had that come through, didn't we? I don't want you to date anyone else. You're mine. So he's feeling possessive of you, even though he's really got no right to do that, has he? But he just, you know, he just can't express himself to you. Would it help if you spanked me to take out your frustration? I'm sure it would in some ways, feminines, eh? I want to get you alone and give it to you hotter than hell. So he's, you know, fantasizing about, you know, reconciliation. It was love at first sight. Yeah, you took his breath away. I'm working on being whole and releasing codependency. So yeah, there's a lot of issues to be worked on, and this could be for both of you. I'm haunted by your voice. I hear you talk with me constantly. Do you hear me? So he's got his voice, your voice on his brain. I crave you in the kinkiest, dirtiest ways. Only you can satisfy my ravenous, depraved hunger. So you're really connected on a sexual level. You make me so damn horny, everything about you turns me on. So he's just really very passionate about you, you know. Very passionate about you. He just may not have expressed it apart from in the bedroom. So let's see what coming up. Finish this reading. You gotta laugh. The Lovers. So yeah, it does look like this reconciliation is coming up very soon. And the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, things are turning in this connection. You know, the wheel is turning, basically. Things will get moving again. Got Ace of Wands. So passionate new beginnings. Six of Wands, victory. Four of Wands, stability. Three of Wands, looking ahead. Queen of Pentacles, this could be you, maybe you're an earth sign. Pisces, sorry, not Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You know, you're a nurturing, kind, caring, you know, woman, the sort of woman that they see as a mother of their children. Nine of Pentacles. So this is about, you know, you both finding your own independence, you know, and you've achieved that financial stability for yourselves. Let's get a final message. So final message, I'm going to leave it here, is Three of Cups. So some sort of celebration is coming up, okay? There's going to be some sort of celebration coming up in the very near future. So he's got a lot of work to do. Maybe you have as well, feminine. So just give each other the space and time to do the work. And then very soon you'll be ready to come back together when you're both at the energetic frequency. Okay, so thank you for watching. So please like, share, subscribe, comment down below to get entered into the free draw to win a deck of cards that I've designed or a reading from me when I reach 1,000 subscribers. Any donations you would like to make to my channel will be very much appreciated. The link's below. And I will put the link below for my shop. You know, all the decks I've designed. I've got 20 decks now. So have a look in there, see if there's anything you like. And I will see you in my next video. Many blessings. Take care.